What is up, DMV basketball fans? Welcome to another Believe in DMV Hoops. I got a great one here for you today. I've got James Bishop IV of George Washington basketball. James, you're honestly one of the most fun watches in college basketball this year. I've really enjoyed it as a basketball fan. So you're having a great start to the year. Just seems like the fun team to be a part of. I guess, how's the season been so far for you?
Well, first, thank you. Appreciate that compliment. I feel great. I feel good about our team. Got a lot of new guys, but I think we're starting to really gel and really get well playing with each other, and it's been a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Before we get too far into it, I got to knock an ad read out for us here. I've got to get a betting one out of here. So as a student athlete, obviously you're not hearing this part. So everybody
No,
else on the team, tune this one out here too. So
yeah,
BetOnline is the number one source for all your betting needs. Get the latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, UFC, golf. You can even bet on the in-season tournament that the NBA had going on. It's the number one place to put all your wagers in, including live betting, your favorite casino and card games. And you can do it right from your phone or your mobile device. Head to the website today and use our promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for 50% off your welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online where the game starts. Okay, so mentioned connectiveness here. You got to be a connected team to pull out a couple close games like this. And the one against Navy the other night, man, that was a stressful one to watch. What was that like to be a part of?
I'm just happy we got the win. Navy's a really good team.
Yeah,
They
they're
play really
scrappy too.
tough. Yeah, really tough. Really strong. They're really disciplined too. So, we just had to dig deep. Coming into the game, we knew it was going to be a tough one.
Mhm.
Coaches letting us know that. And then, once it goes into overtime, coach and some of the players we've been there before,
Mhm.
for last year, so we're kind of calm and just ready to go and play a 5 minute game and get the win. And that's what happened.
Obviously, one of the older players on the team here, right? The most experienced. And you have a few younger teammates that haven't played a ton in those kind of situations. So are you saying anything to any of these guys in the huddles or out on the court out there to try to calm them down and keep them focused?
Oh yeah, just tell everybody just focus on what we got in front of us.
Mhm.
Try to leave what happened in regulation.
Sure.
Really worry about the 5 minutes, that we have to win the game. I think that's my biggest message is just showing it with my own play and trying to make good sound decisions coming down the stretch.
Yeah, that's awesome. For anyone who didn't see this one, George Washington beat Navy 79-77 on Tuesday night. It was as exciting as it sounds to watch, but you guys were down 72-71, and you had an incredible and one just to put the team ahead, and then had another tough drive immediately after that. A nice lefty layup to go up 76-72. Made 3 out of 4 free throws down the stretch there. Just how's it feel to come up clutch for your team like that? I mean, I got to think that's a cool feeling to be able to set the tone and make some of those big plays.
Yeah, it feels great, and I think it just starts with a lot of trust from the coaches and my teammates to be in those positions and make those plays and had the opportunity to do things like that. So it feels great to come down the stretch and make some big plays. But there's a lot of big plays that a lot of my teammates made too.
Yeah.
Stretch with a lot of blocks. June down the stretch, getting to the lane. He was actually the one that tied it up for us at the end of regulation. So it's always good to also have a lot of other guys making big plays, and then for me to make some big plays is great.
You mentioned the big fella. I think we're rolling with this Predator nickname now here.
I just found
Had
out about them today. I didn't even
yeah,
see
it's a pretty cool graphic. Yeah,
it.
is anyone in the locker room using that yet?
Oh, the nickname?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was floating around all day today.
I love
Like
that.
from everybody, from the staff and the players, everybody's kind of running with it now.
That's cool. He set the GW record for most blocks in a
Yeah.
game. How does that help you or free you up to kind of be more aggressive defensively if you know you've got this guy behind you that can clean up a lot of that stuff?
Coaches always tell us having a stretch down there really allows the guards to pressure the ball and make some mistakes and
Mhm.
not gamble, but take some chances on the ball and
Sure.
be more aggressive, like you were saying. And to have somebody down like that, it's a really big safety net for everybody. And he just cleans up so many mistakes. It's crazy actually.
That's great too.
I
And
never played with a big like that, honestly.
yeah, I don't think a lot of people have, man. I mean, he
Yeah,
was he was all over the place, and
yeah,
I give the Navy guys credit because they were still trying to take it to the hoop and go at him.
yeah, yeah,
It's it takes a lot of confidence to get swatted a couple times into the 10th row and still want to go at somebody like that.
yeah. They were a really aggressive team. They were really aggressive.
From the outside looking in, like I mentioned, it seems like you guys are really locked in, and you have a couple new pieces playing bigger roles this year. Somebody like Garrett probably takes a little pressure off you guys too. I guess that's what the vibe looks like from the outside. Is that really what it's like in the locker room there? Like, is this a locked in, connected team?
Yeah, 100%. We spent a lot of time in the summertime and in the fall, really
Mhm.
getting to know each other, really getting to know each other's games and just know each other on and off the floor. And I think
Sure.
what you're seeing now is just all of that work and time spent coming together, and we're able to pull out these close wins and having a good record so far. So I think yeah, the connectedness is definitely there.
Uh, for Garrett, that's somebody that's obviously gotten a lot of attention so far this year with his story and also how he's played. But he was on this podcast a couple weeks ago and mentioned just, how you guys have been really supportive of him and nobody's kind of taken that attention he's gotten personally or anything like that. That's a great sign. I know that doesn't happen on every team, and you're a guy that gets a lot of attention. So I think you set the tone for a lot of those things too. Where if you guys are happy for him, that makes it that much easier, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think just hearing his story and then just being around him and seeing how he works and seeing how he take care of his body and the dedication that he has to the game, and just being actually just a good friend, a good friend of ours, and somebody that we love. We're always happy to see somebody that you love doing well. So, I love the attention that he's getting. It's well deserved. He's playing really well. He's doing really big things for us. So we're really happy for him.
That's awesome. Uh, you can obviously score with the best of them. You don't average around 20 points a game for 4 straight years without being able to do it, but you can also really set your teammates up here too. And I think you don't average 5 assists a game by accident. So I don't know. I feel like I even tweeted the show out and talked about your scoring, but do you feel like people sleep on you as a facilitator because you draw so much attention, but you're also making high level reads. It's not just like
Yeah.
handing it off to guys. So how do you talk about your own facilitation? I guess.
Yeah, I think it's a little underrated. I think because I score the ball, that that's what people focus on.
Sure.
When you put points up, and I understand it, but I definitely think my playmaking is underrated. I spent a lot of time working on that, watching a lot of film, studying coverages, getting with coaches, getting with my trainer, my brother, really focusing on that. So I think it's an underrated part of my game, and that's okay because then if everyone's sleeping on it, then
Yep.
when we play, then I'll be making plays, and the other team won't be expecting it. So
I
that's
got to
okay.
think these other teams are noticing it if they're doing their homework on the scouting
Yeah.
reports, though. So
Yeah, they probably are now, yeah.
that's been cool to see. And obviously, you guys dropped one down in the Bahamas, but still had a really good run against some good teams. Obviously, you win in third place game against a really good Delaware team after being down early, an 81-71 win. You were named to the all tournament team for your performance there. Want to get to that in a second. But just first, what's it like to be a college athlete playing down in a tournament in the Bahamas? Like the ballrooms look kind of weird, like sighting lines and things like that, I guess. But also, do you get to have any fun while you're down there? What's that experience like?
So yeah, we got there a couple of days early, so we had some time to relax and enjoy the resort for sure. But it was great. It was an amazing time. I think it was a good time for us as a team too.
Sure.
Spending
Bond a
time
little.
away from bond a little. Spend some time away from DW. So it was a great trip. A lot of the coaches' families and things were down there too, and a lot of our families were down there. So it was a really good time. It was fun.
Very cool. So like I mentioned, part of the all tournament team there, game high 28 points of 10 to 16 shooting, and you tied the event record with 78 points. Uh, Pretty incredible. I guess what about the Bahamas led you to have such a good tournament? Like, is it you just feeling the gym, feeling the matchups? Like, how did it work out for you so well?
I think it's just a preparation, being ready for these type of moments, and
Mhm.
I remember last year when we went to the Hawaii trip and we dropped all 3 games, so I was super locked in and
Sure.
just didn't want that to happen again. And just having good teammates and talented guys around you, they open up a lot. June had a really good weekend, a week down there. Max had a really good week, Garrett. So having those guys playing at a really high level, it opens me up to be more efficient, go 10 for 16
Mhm.
when you're getting more open looks and things like that. With better guys on the floor. So yeah.
Seems like one of those kind of like self-fulfilling prophecy things almost, right? When you have more help around you, you can be more efficient. But when you're more efficient, it opens more things up for those guys. And it seems like you all help each other out in that regard.
Yeah, it all works together for sure.
We had Coach Caputo on the show here before the season and mentioned that, some of these preseason guides had you guys kind of in the middle of the A10. I think you're didn't surprise us talking to him beforehand, but it seems like it surprised some of these people when they come out with their rankings. You guys are 7-2 so far. and you've looked the part of a 7-2 team, if not even a little better here. I guess, did you guys see this coming? Like, did you kind of know in the summer with this group that like you guys were going to be this kind of team?
Yeah, I think once everybody gets down here for summertime and you start seeing how the talent stacks up and the type of pieces that we have on the team, I think you're seeing like, oh yeah, we could definitely be something special and do some really good things. And, but then in college basketball, everything's about how you gel and how the team works together. And I think in the fall we really did a good job of fitting in everybody and really just getting to know each other's court tendencies and different things like that. So we're able to play together really well. But I think from a talent standpoint, we always knew what we had in the summertime.
You obviously transferred yourself early in your career from LSU to GW, and seems like you like GW. Have been there the last couple of years and stayed at home. But in this transfer portal era where there is a lot of movement, has that made it tougher the last couple of years to gel as a team, or is it you just have to have the right kind of guys? Like, I guess, what's that been like for you, kind of seeing the different iterations of this team?
I think it's a combination of having the right guys and I mean, of course, it's a little tougher if it's a lot of rollover every year. But Coach Caputo did a really good job of just bringing in really good guys, like people first, then good basketball players. So it made it easy to kind of get connected with these dudes because they're good people and we got good people around. It makes it easier for everything to work out.
Obviously, you're one of the veteran leaders of this team, and like I mentioned, you also transferred. Are you able to kind of help these guys navigate what that's like and how to find success in a new place and work through that?
Yeah, I think just from them just seeing me and seeing some of the success I've had here, I think it could work as a little guide and just trying to show up every day and just just give them little tidbits here and there on how I was able to adjust and how I was able to mesh myself and have success at this level.
Coach just seems like a fun guy to play for. I mean, like he's always energetic and kind of like just a good vibe about him. I guess, what's it like to actually play for him? Is that a fair representation?
Yeah, it's super fair. He's a great coach. Definitely really fun to be around. He gives his guys a lot of freedom to play with the ball and make plays, and he just asks us to play really hard and give it everything we got, and he lives with the results. So, it's just really fun playing with a coach like that. He makes the game a lot more fun. Makes it a lot easier for us. I think everybody would say the same thing. They really enjoy playing for him.
That's awesome. I don't need you to talk too much about this piece. I just want to throw it out there. I do a lot of NBA draft coverage for one of the local Wizards blogs, and you're a name that I don't see out there a good amount for some of this draft stuff. But to me, who wouldn't want a guard that can both score 20 points in a game or get 5-10 assists? It just seems like kind of a no-brainer to me that people are sleeping on you a little bit in that regard. Is that something you think about, or are you just so locked in on the season that what happens after this is kind of off the radar for now?
Yeah, it's kind of off the radar. I just try to keep my mind where I'm at. I know that if I focus on where I'm at right now and continue to play at the level that I'm playing at, continue to win games and be a great teammate and great leader, that those things after the season will kind of work out itself. But yeah, I'm just kind of trying to stay focused on the season right now.
Gotcha.
Don't want to get too far ahead of myself.
I hope my local team here, the Wizards, are driving down the street to check you guys out too, because be in their best interest as well. So a couple rapid fire questions just to wrap us up here. Which teammate, when they get the opportunity to play their music in the locker room, who has the worst music? There's always one guy that when they play their music, everybody groans. So I'm putting you on the spot here a little bit, but is there somebody where everybody's kind of nervous when they get to play their stuff?
Nervous, definitely like Keegan for sure.
Okay.
Harvey for sure, because he has a different music taste.
Okay.
He listens to people that I really don't know who it is, honestly.
Okay, what style of music is it?
It's kind of like a lot of like rock.
Okay.
Rock and roll, like hard rock music.
Old school stuff or kind of new?
I think so.
Okay.
I think one of the, I don't know, is Pink Panther like a band or something?
Pink Floyd maybe?
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's got the old school kind of jam bands going there.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Those are his guys. So yeah.
It's always one of those guys, man. It's like that's not the vibe for a basketball locker room. That's awesome.
Not at
all. So what's one thing about you that people that follow the team or listen to this, even some of your friends and family might not know that you don't mind sharing on the podcast here? Just for examples, Coach said he's big into JFK conspiracies.
Yeah, he loves the JFK. Yeah, he loves it.
Okay, so you guys know that about him at least. And then
For
Garrett
sure.
said he likes to watch Disney movies when he gets back to his room after the fact.
Yeah. All right. I got probably. Um, I would say I definitely watch Disney every day. So I'm a
Okay,
big yeah. I watch. So I watch Sweet Life of Zack and Cody every single day.
I love that. That's your
And
go-to.
yeah, my groups I watch it every day. And
Okay.
I would say I got into crocheting a little bit like last year too. But
Oh,
I
that's
feel like a
cool.
lot of people, more people know that now. But yeah, let's say that too.
Any specialty, like making any particular thing?
So I'm not like an expert or anything, but like I
Sure.
could do a little something, like a blanket or something like that.
Okay, that's cool.
You
My
know, just a
wife
cool
liked to make
pastime.
pot holders sometimes, so
Yeah, just a
I
cool
got it.
pastime. Yeah,
That's cool. I
sounds
was
good.
gonna ask any hidden talents, but I think that's a pretty good hidden talent.
Yeah. That one I would say. Yeah, definitely got.
Just out of curiosity, why number 11? Any special significance there?
No. So I was always number 10 in high school,
Hmm.
but then when I got to GW, Jameson Battle had 10.
Okay,
So then I just chose 11. That was like the next best number I wanted.
you
But
just
then
want
like
to one
now, huh?
you want to one up him?
Nah. It's just the next best number, honestly. But now I really like 11. That's my favorite number now.
That's cool. For somebody who hasn't seen GW play this year, or more specifically, hasn't been out to a game in person, what's the sales pitch? What are they missing out on? Why should they come out and check out the team?
They definitely missing out on a lot of excitement. We got a lot of talented guys on the team that can do many different things on the floor. So you be watching a fast-paced team that gets up and down. A lot of shot making ability, a lot of playmaking ability, and just an unselfish team. Who loves playing with each other.
Toughest guy you've had to cover, or the guy who does the best job covering you that you can think of?
Uh, I would say the toughest guy to cover probably is definitely Eric Reynolds from St.
Oh,
Louis.
that's a good one.
Yeah, he's super tough.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
And just anyone you want to shout out that's listening to this, any guys, people with the program or anything like that, any unsung heroes that don't get much love?
Um, I would shout out my brother for sure
That's awesome.
because he always makes it down to GW every single day and works me out and spends a lot of time down here. So definitely shout out to my brother.
Older brother?
Yep.
That's a good older brother.
Yeah. Shout out G man.
Okay, very cool. And then just I'm not familiar with any, but any social media handles that you have that people should be following to keep plugged in here along the way?
So I don't have social media.
Okay,
So nah, no social media that comes from me. So I try
that's
to
a
stay
it's a
yeah.
little rare for somebody in your age group and dynamic. Is that like an intentional choice just to tune out
Yeah.
the noise and stuff like that?
Yeah, it definitely was intentional, just to stay locked in and be focused. It's a lot of stuff that's going on social media, so
Sure.
especially during the season, I like to block the noise
That's a really healthy, mature decision. And if it wasn't for like promoting this podcast and stuff, I think I'd be there with you because it's tough sometimes.
Yeah, social media can be tough for sure. Try to stay out.
Any other things you do to kind of protect your mental health over the course of a long season here? Like, is it like the crocheting and things like that? Is that a way to kind of?
Yeah, I think just trying to find time to you know be by myself and be with my own thoughts and just not moving so fast and doing a bunch
Mhm.
of stuff. The season itself is already pretty hectic, so
Sure.
trying to find that time to relax and just chill.
Love that. Okay. Well, good luck against Coppin State here tomorrow. Game is at home against 6 p.m. Anything you want to leave Revolutionary fan base here with as a parting shot before we close out?
I would just say, I want to say I appreciate all the fans that have been supporting the team and supporting the program, and just continue supporting. We got a lot of big things coming, and we're working really hard to, put a good product on the floor. So we appreciate all the love and support.
All right, last question I got for you here, just as we end it. This is a DMV hoops focused podcast. We want to cover all the teams because I think the talent in this area, especially, is as good as anywhere in the country, if not the best. You've played people from all over the country, probably all over the world at this point. Where does the DMV stack up with the best areas to play basketball?
We gotta be number one.
There you go.
We gotta be number one easily. I've been playing at DMV my whole life. It's number one. Got the best basketball players.
That's
Easily.
awesome. That's what I was hoping you would say, but I
Yeah.
like hearing from you guys first. And if I'm wrong about that, you guys are the best ones to tell me.
You're 100% right on that. DMV got the best hoops.
Very cool. James, thank you so much for doing this. Appreciate it. Good luck again tomorrow. Good luck the rest of the season, and look forward to keeping tabs on you guys along the way and following in. I'm looking to make it to a game here pretty soon myself.
Appreciate you having me on, man.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. You guys know the drill. Rate, review, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're presented by betonline.ag, and we will catch y'all next time.